Okay, no tactics or Dranos video out yet, so best thing to do, talk over a VOD, go through our assignments, look at the heroic changes. Yeah. So, first assignment there. Yeah. Then, first couple seconds, same as normal. First change is going to be the double slam. So we're into groups. They're here. It'll tell you which one you're soaking. It's not left, right. It's just soak the first one that spawns, soak the second one that spawns. That'll be relevant later in the intermission when we have 6 slams in a row. So yeah. Then you do damage to the boss, blah blah blah. He's gonna do waves, you dodge the waves, don't get hit, and then he dives, emerges at another location, spawns a bunch of eggs, as on normal. We all make sure to pick them up. No hard assignments, just pick up an egg if you don't have one, get into the slam. Maybe healers don't. I'm not sure what if them having less movement is better. We'll talk about the intermission later. There might be an exception to healer movement, but basically, more waves. After these waves, we get the slam, and then we lust. When the first slam spawns, we lust. On normal, we were lusting a bit late, and then some of our lust was running into the running part, the gating to the sides and stuff. So first slam spawns, you get in first slam group. Second slam spawns, get in. You can AoE the ads, of course, but them being alive for funnel is definitely valuable. We get our first amp here. Make sure you know how you're pressing your CDs. Like, you can press your CDs on the ads there, but make sure that your CDs are actually running into the heart. That's the most important thing. I don't even know if something happens if like the ads live too long. I feel like they just slam the boss for some melees. So then we split onto our sides. There are a couple assignments here. So for example, here we will be rescuing Spot there, so Spot will gate back, and I will gate there instead. And Spot can grip Venus after he's over, and then he can gate back. Same on the other side. Some assignments. Yeah. Then, first thing in on our sides, tank will pull the warden here. I think the reason just is that it forces the warden to teleport here specifically, activate these eggs specifically, and then also not activate, like, instead if you pulled him here, he might activate these and then TP and activate more. I think that's just like the control thing. So one of the hardest mechanics here is the Grasping Fangs cast that will happen here. It applies debuffs to 6 people, 3 on the left, 3 on the right. I need to see if there's any way to actually see this aura somewhere, because at least on like the race streams, I see they have just like a list of names, and then it's very easy to call. I couldn't find it just yet, so if you know where to find it, just let me know. It'll be much easier to call. So the way we break it is 2 right, 2 left, 1 right, 1 left. And yeah, you can see the tethers there. You just move out. It's like the Illyria tether break, I guess. You'll get like a green circle around you when you have it, and that'll indicate the edge of the break. So this is like we're gonna assign all like pretty much everything. Like, you have to be ready to health pot here, press personals, and then we'll have like healing healing big CDs here because this definitely hurts. So when it's called, you break your tethers. Then we get all the small ones, and then the big egg can be taken. No assignments on the small ones, just take them if you don't have one, and then mages will take the big ones on their respective sides. Then you take them to the middle. Probably don't rescue there if it's because rescues are needed for the next movements. So we don't stay here with the ads. Tank, of course, gets aggro, waits for all of them to spawn, and then we gate/movement ability over. And tanks take frontals towards the edge. And then we just kill them, and then boss should pop back up. We get an amp here, so make sure you have your CDs. I mean, depends. Maybe you won't, but just mini CDs, whatever. Then after this amp, we have the intermission. We pick up eggs. So here we're gonna have 6 lambs. First soak, you know, group you're in. I'm gonna call the world marker where it is, and then Eggy will call the world marker for the group 2 soaks. Do not focus on like the AoEing here. Just make sure that you get into your soaks first. Like that's the most important thing. Now, so maybe I mentioned it, or then I mentioned it in a previous take. I don't remember anymore. We'll try out with like some healers, or maybe all healers, like staying in the middle to heal, because like basically after every single slam, you get hit for like 70% of your HP. So if healers are having to run around, they might not be able to top everyone up for the slams. Of course, then we're not sharing the damage in the slams, but net overall, like at least when I was watching Liquid do it, like they just had most of, if not all, the healers in the middle just healing, so nobody would die. And yeah, after the slams are done, kill the ads, in the middle, then P3. So the main P3 mechanic here is that we didn't get to see in normal. Right, is it even normal, the fucking the circle debuff? I'm not sure. So yeah, here eggs will spawn. We have to kill these eggs. Now in the first set, it's pretty simple. All melee, just go to this back right egg, just kill it quick. Then range, make sure that these die. Yeah. Then let's see, where's the circle? I think yeah, the non-active tank can go there, and then there's this mechanic. So it hasn't activated yet. When you have the arrow top of your head, it'll be active once like you see the green circle around you. So the signs are basically this. Served by soaks. Left is the healer one. Front is the melee one. It's going to be only melee and tanks. And the right is the back right, this range one. So you have to just always be standing in this. And then sometimes there's going to be like waves happening with this mechanic, and you just need to move together. Somebody's going to call. For melee, it's going to be fairly like simple. But for range, like there's a couple where like, at least the time we were watching, sometimes the wave, there's going to be a spot here and a spot here. I think just in general, just pick the direction to move that is the, I don't know, the biggest space instead of like the tight spot on the edge. So most of the time, this range group, you'll be dodging left. And then since it'll always target a melee, a healer, and a ranged, to split this evenly, we have to have some of the medium ranged people in the healer one. If you get the circle, you have to go here. And then ideally, so I've assigned Banji as the floater, so he'll move in place of this person that got this. Unless then he also no, he of course he doesn't. Yeah. He will not get the rage one because that is the rage one if one of these three get it. But then Banji will move into the healing circle to even out the thingies. So make sure that like you're never, especially as range, like you're never standing in like the wrong area. Like you're never standing in the healer, like basically part of the platform, because you'll only make it more confusing, especially for well, everybody in range, and then there's going to be panic. So just stay here. I think it's probably better for multi-daughters as well, since you'll be able to target that one. Maybe you're not in range if you're like all the way there. Yeah, let's just watch it a bit. So these are the small ads. These spawn when you kill the egg. They are very harmless. Hopefully we grip them in. And then there's these spreads. At the start, it's going to be fairly easy with the spreads because we're on all like separate platforms, but there's a worse overlap later where there's going to be like when the tail spawns, it slams down a platform and then you have to jump over. So basically melee jump over to where the range were, and yeah, make sure you dodge the egg spawn. And now one of the eggs is going to spawn in the shits. It's going to spawn a bad ad. So this is something that you need to interrupt. It's probably good to, like, range people just in general look out for the kick and like put it on focus. Maybe even like have a focus marker in your kick and it'll make it, I don't know, easier. I think like the mid-range people will not be really in range to soak it. So here, this is this, no, which one is the bad one? I think it's this one. Yeah, second platform break. Yeah, this is the rough one. So here we get the suck circles into waves, and then we have to immediately after that resolves, like ideally this range group that was in the back would be like already hovering at the back of the platform. So maybe a couple of you can jump over to the last platform after the waves to make some extra space here. Because the melees are jumping over, there isn't much time to readjust. The melees just jump over, find a spot, and they just have to kind of plant. So it is a range responsibility, and the healers also, that basically like you leave this front like at least third empty, because people will definitely die from an overlap of that circle. And the same thing again. You just star in your groups. Good for healing as well. And see here, is that a healer that goes to the back one? Maybe a healer went to the back one because an evoker got this. I think evoker might not be in range there, but I think just, yeah, in general it'll be hard to communicate that. See, this circle took a bit longer than that one because they didn't adjust, like that one guy went into this one to help suck it off. And here, two of the hard ads are up. They just need to be focused down. if they get like their second like unavoidable cast off, I think it hurts a lot. And if you miss a kick, I think it's a 6-second stun on everyone, so it is a guaranteed wipe. And then for this last platform, whoever gets targeted, I think instead of this, I actually kind of like what Echo has been doing, where they just send all of these circles left, and then this group shifts to like the right. There's going to be a wave set, and there's always like 2 holes, so one is going to be like towards the right. It's going to be easy, and these people, they can stack. They at least on the Echo, I think Scribe said that like they can stack, so like they could use this hole and the group would use that one. I think left and right will just make it easier to avoid each other. So here it's like a bit tight, and then they're guaranteed dead to the thingies. And then you keep dodging, and then is the last amp. Just pop everything that's left. And yeah, kill the boss before the amp's over. Once the amp's over, it's a pretty hard in rage. They break the platform, and then I think it was like 700k damage per second from standing in the enraged goop, plus whatever beam the boss is shooting. So yeah, that's it.